What's going on, guys? Keegan here from Punisher's Paintball. I'm here with media guy Doug behind the camera.
What up?
And today we are filming just a quick little how-to video. We get questions a lot, what is paint boring or how do you paint bore? So I just wanted to grab an insert kit and kind of show you what that is. If you guys are interested in this HK Army LAZR kit or like a freak barrel kit, you can find them on our online website. If you're interested in the LAZR kit, it'll be in the description down below, so you can use that link. So if you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you after the intro. Alright guys, so we have the HK Army LAZR.
And there's Bella.
There's Bella.
Hi Bella, come here baby.
Go to Doug. So right here we have the HK Army LAZR barrel system. This features actually 8 different size inserts. And so first thing when it comes to boring, you're gonna have to have a barrel kit with different sized inserts. Whether you have 4 inserts, whether you have 2, 3 inserts, 8 inserts, 9 inserts, it doesn't really matter. They just get really fine in sizes. These go up by 2. So to kind of explain what paint boring is when you're playing paintball, you have, let me grab one right here. You have paint and it's supposed to be round. Most of the time it's fairly round with more expensive paint. However, it's not always the same size. It is said to be 68 caliber. However, most of the time it's actually higher than 68 caliber. And so what you're trying to do is pretty much form a perfect circle around the ball so that no outside air escapes around the ball. You want that all the air from your shots to be pushing the ball versus escaping around it, so it causes it to not only be straighter, but it also increases efficiency if you have it perfectly bored. And so like I said, every paint is different sizes. You need different sized inserts so that you can perfectly bore it. So what you're going to want to do to actually bore it is you can grab one of your inserts. Most of the time you're going to be around like the 8.9 to the 8.4-ish range is kind of the most common. So on the HK barrel kit I have a few of them here, starting with the 8.0, the 6.80, so that would be true 68 caliber. Then you have 6.82 and it goes up by thousandths of an inch by 2. So my most common size that I like using, hi Bella.
Bella!
Hi Bella. Hi. You can't eat the paint.
Back to work.
Back to work. My most used size that I like to use is actually the 6.85 with Planet barrels. They kind of range what size they actually use. So Planet is 6.85, 6.89, 6.81.
I stick with 8.7 for my shocker kit.
When I had a shocker, I used the 6.84. Doug probably only has the 8.7.
I have the full kit, buddy.
You do?
Yeah.
That's right, that's right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the 8.4 here, and this is HK Army tournament grade paint. And what you're gonna wanna do is you're actually going to want to drop the ball straight into the barrel. See right there, it kind of catches. That's actually good. You don't want it to fall straight through, so let me grab a bigger size. This is a 9.2. This probably will fall straight through the barrel. That one actually caught. That's just a weird sized ball.
Oblong.
Yeah, this paint's a little old, so it's been sitting on top of each other. But
for the most part, they're dropping straight through.
Yeah, it's dropping straight through the barrel. That one is literally an oval, if you can see that. I'm surprised this paint shot so straight.
Yeah.
So you don't want it doing that. You always want to test a few balls. You don't want to just test one and say it's good, because you could probably get, out of all these balls, I might be able to find one that would perfectly fit in this 6.80. You don't want to do that. You want to test multiple balls. So I'm going to grab the 6.84 here. This one actually still has that ball in it. And you're just going to want to blow on it slightly. You want to just add a slight amount of air around it.
If you have to put too much pressure behind it, that means it's going to get stuck, and you don't want that. Just
like that. This one got stuck again.
Ooh, shot me.
That one was just a bit of pressure. That one took a bit more, but that's also the fourth ball. What are what are the odds of that? That was like, what?
Keegan, I don't know, man. I feel like that was kind of to be expected. That's funny as hell. Ow! Bitch. Oh my god.
That one went far. So that right there actually was the bore that I would use, would be the 684. 686 might be slightly too big. 682, you might have a couple get more stuck. So 684 is the one that I would use. These seem to be pretty consistent. They're all, for the most part, getting slightly stuck, but still having a little bit of pressure behind them. It'll be shot through. So 684 for this paint. Now, like I said, every paint's going to change. You expect, kind of what I expect, lower grade paint or field paint, you are going to have to use a bigger insert, so something more like a 687. And for tournament grade paint, you're going to be at something more around the 685, 684 range.
I'm going to step in here and also talk about some boring with Keegan a little bit. So,
Doug's boring.
So something else to keep in mind. You hear people sometimes say overbore. To explain what that means, so this paint, we're gonna decide it's about 8.4 for the batch on average. If I were to overbore, technically it would just be anything that's over 8.4, but generally when people say overbore, they mean kind of a drastic amount, so like an 8.9, a 9.1 insert. The purpose of that, when it's hotter outside, if your paint is outside for a while, it will swell. It will start to swell. So you're gonna eventually, this small insert that you started with, say for your first match in the morning, that may not work for like your third match later on as you get into the afternoon during the day. So you're gonna want to either increase your bore size, or if you don't want to touch it, if you don't want to take the risk, if everything seems to be blowing up in your barrel, like if you're breaking paint and you don't know why, one of the biggest things that people start with, at least that I've seen, is they'll start by just overboring. They'll put in the biggest insert that they have and just not deal with it. In fact, a lot of players go about it that way. It's not always the smartest thing, but if you're in a pinch, that is certainly a way to fix it. So again, swollen paint, overbore. If it's hot out, expect that your paint is going to swell throughout the day. So that's a big thing.
Yep.
And then underbore would be where if that ball is actually like an 8.7, but you're trying to squeeze it through an 8.1, you could run into some trouble where you're actually going to start busting.
Want to do that.
Yeah, you're going to end up busting paint in your barrel. It's just going to pop in the barrel because it can't fit through.
Or get stuck. I've seen that.
Don't do that.
Don't underbore. All right, guys. Last thing to mention. HK Army actually sells and includes these in their LAZR barrel kit. This is actually a bore sizer, so it's got all their different sizes on it. And to kind of use that, most of the time I'll kind of just go along. I don't use them too often, but I'll drop one ball in each of these, and then I'll just kind of pull it up and see what sizes did all of those go through.
It's stuck for a second in the 8.2.
All right, let's see.
You'll have to kind of rearrange some of them too.
Yeah. There we go.
There you go. Now you got some winners.
Yeah. So we right here have the 8.0, the 7.8, the 8.2, and the 8.4 sticking. So I would probably just go with the 8.4 just based off of that.
Yep.
But you can also just test it the same way that you did blowing it, like that. That 7.8 just won't go through. Must have been a oval ball.
Yeah.
By just taking a few balls once again and adding a little bit of pressure through it. And most of those are going through, but some are getting stuck. So 8.4 right there is what I would probably go with. Maybe the 8.2 if you wanted to play it a bit tighter. 8.4 to kind of compensate for some of the
swelling
and stuff.
There you have it. That's the ball sizer.
That's the ball sizer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope we kind of gave you a little touch into what boring actually meant and kind of gave you some new knowledge, or maybe some just renewing your knowledge about boring. If you guys did like the video, make sure to leave a like as well as subscribe and check out all our social media, and we'll see you in the next one.